So today we're speedrunning through Club Penguin, which is way more stressful than I originally thought, and you'll see why in just a bit. But for right now, we can start the speedrun as soon as we make our first input. Right away, we want to go to the iceberg, and we're going to be doing Aqua Grabber. Because the speedrun we will be doing for this video is the 50 stamp speedrun. So we have to get 50 of the stamps in this game, which is a really cool speedrun actually, because it shows you a large majority of the game. A lot of Club Penguin is playing through the mini games, so it's definitely a fun speedrun to go through, and definitely really nostalgic. Like, I remember playing a lot of Aqua Grabber when I was a kid because it was a really good way of making money. But we'll be going through here. You can see my penguin is kind of dying right now, so I will also go here and just make sure he'll be able to get an air bubble before we finally come back to this pearl, steal his black one, which is going to give us a stamp. Now, like I said, we need 50 stamps in total, and Aqua Grabber will give us 4, which isn't the largest amount, but Aqua Grabber is also nice to do because it makes you a ton of money. But I can go right here and get to my last little small clam, steal his pearl, and then move on to the final part of this, which is going to be going all the way to the bottom of the sea, because that is going to house a very large clam, which we have to be smart about how we want to take his pearl. I actually want to take this pearl shaped rock and then move it over to this guy who is snoring very loudly, drop it there, and then take his pearl, and he is none the wiser. Look, I never said I was a good person. I'm just trying to make money. So all we have to do is make it all the way back to the beginning. I have to wait for that fish because he is very annoying, but if we make it all the way to the top, we should be just fine. Drop the pearl in the net and we will make our money, which allows us to move on to the next part of the run as soon as it lets me quit out. With this, we can go down to the sewer, which is going to give us another stamp for some reason, and then we go to Puffle Rescue, which will be doing the pink one. Right away, what I want to do is go over, and we have this invisible path, which I'm not sure how that works. Like, how can paths even be invisible? But whatever, I'm just trying to go fast. And we have these carts, which we actually got really good luck there, because the carts are always going to move at a random speed, like you can see this one. So you just kind of have to hope that they're going fast so you can get a good speed run. And that was actually pretty adequate. Now we can make our way over here, also get that, get quick catch the stamp, and then move on to the mines and do Cart Surfer. Now, Cart Surfer is an interesting one because this one is definitely very stressful. At least when you're trying to speed run it, it can be tough. What I'm going to try to do is get a ton of different points, because for one of the stamps, I need a total of $350 I earned from this, which, you know, is kind of a pretty penny. So we both have to get lucky and then play pretty much perfect. I also want to make sure I grind across these because that's going to give me more points, as well as give me another one of the stamps I need, so that will also be important. And we have to hope that we can get the rest of our money, and we got Cart Master, so that will work out perfectly. And now it's time to go to the Puffle shop because we made enough money. And here's where we buy a Puffle of the run, which is going to be the black Puffle. We will go right back to our igloo, take this guy with us, and we're doing some more cart surfing. Now we can go over here and we have a couple of different things we have to do, as well as we want to make sure that for each of these turns we're surfing, because that is going to be another thing. And then we want to get the one where you do all the tricks. So I have to do all of these different tricks, just making sure I'm not missing any of them, and that is going to be Trick Master. So all I have to do to finish this one out now is just kind of get all these turns. I like my Puffle, who's just looking very angry right now, but he's just accepting that we're doing it. I mean, I'm sure he's having a good time, I hope. But that is going to be Surf's Up, so we can finish out right there and move on to the next part, which is going to be in the nightclub. But we're not going to do anything cool in the nightclub because we're kind of lame and we're going to play some video games. Okay, playing video games isn't lame, but this one kind of is, because this is definitely one of the most stressful parts of the run. If I mess up once in this area, then the entire run is dead. So I have to hit all of these without missing a single shot, which, you know, can be kind of stressful for this game. I take it a tiny bit slow just to make sure I won't mess anything up. If we do make it past this though, we should be in a really good spot. So I can go over here, get that one as well. Now we have a checkpoint one which we have to get, and that is good too. So then we can go over here. Oh, I almost missed that one. That was way too close for comfort. Come on, just let me finish this part out. All I have to do is not be bad. We just have to make it to level 10 and we should be fine. So now we can finish out this one, which is a kind of slow one, which I actually get a chance to think in. So that's nice. But come on, just let me finish this out. I'll shoot right there, and that will give us Astro 10 Max, which we can quit out now and go back into Astro Barrier and use a cheat code where we press 3 right there to make it all the way to this level. And now we don't have to be perfect anymore, which is nice. I can actually make mistakes, so hooray for that. But now I can finish out. Okay, how did I miss that shot? Please don't miss it again. Luckily, again, it doesn't matter, but I still don't really want to miss it. And there we go. Now all we have to do is grind up lives because that's going to be another stamp. First, we get the 1-up blast, and now we can just go through here. We're going to get a 1-up every single time, so we don't lose any of our lives, so we can just keep redoing this level and grind. But I think that should be it. There we go, Astro 1-up. So now we can go to Thin Ice. And this one is a lot less stressful because dying doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm still not going to try to because I don't want to lose any time. But for this one, you can see we are on fire Puffle, and every time we go past one of these ice things, it disintegrates into water, and we have to make sure that we get every single one of the ice areas. So I'll go through, and a lot of the stamps that we're going to be getting on these ones are these coin bags that you can see. And I just have to think a tiny bit about how I want to do each and every single one of these levels. Like for this one, I want to do it like that, get the 3 coin bag and make it to the end. For this one, they introduced something where basically you can go over space twice. We have this one, so we're going to use that mechanic as well, and you can kind of see better how it works. But yeah, I'm just doing my thing, going through, making sure I get all of these coin bags, which you can't really miss them anyway. Then we have this one, which is kind of an annoying one. Oh gosh, I almost just messed that up. Okay, let me not do that. Sometimes things just don't work out how you want them to, but that worked out okay. But I will go through there, do this, and I had to think, and I was like, okay, did I just mess that up? But we did get that one, and now we can finish it out by getting one more achievement, and this one is just going to come from disintegrating a bunch of the ice. So I will go through and make my way over here, and yeah, it pretty much doesn't matter where we're going. We'll get our ice bonus, and now we can go back to the map, and it's time to surf. We're gonna use a special silver surfboard because the silver surfboard goes the fastest, and if we want to get all of the different things, then we need the fastest surfboard. I'm also gonna make sure I do all these tricks because that's also gonna be nice. But our first little thing is we want to stay beneath this waterfall for 1,000 points. So we have to be down here for a while, and you can see me just trying to control the surfboard, making sure I don't go too fast, but making sure I don't go too slow, as well as doing all these tricks just because I might as well to get my trick star. And yeah, there we go. Now we can just do our dance right here in the middle of the wave, and we're just gonna wait until we get 1,000 points. But you can see how this works. When I go down, it speeds me up. When I go up, it slows me down. And I just wanna make sure I keep my speed throughout this entire thing so we can get to 1,000 points. This is definitely also a scary part of the run because I could lose a good amount of time if I just mess things up, but that does look good. We got the easy tube, and now we want to do a super jump right here, which is going to give us a ton of different points and spins, and that did not give me as many flips as I wanted. I'm actually going to quit out of this run really quick and go back in so we can get a larger wave, which won't take too much time, but still is not perfect. But I can go back through here, just build up my speed, and then do all of my flips and make sure I land it. That was only 8. I need at least 10, please, game. Okay, there we go. 11 flips. I got my max flips. That was way too dumb. Why did that just happen? All right, it should be fine. We can now make our way up here, and we're going to be doing the jetpack game. And this one's a pretty interesting one. We can go right on here, and it's Jetpack Adventure. So right away, what we want to do is get a stamp by landing back on that. And the first stamp we want to get is getting all of these gas cans. As you can see, they will give you more jetpack fuel. So that's nice for that. But if we get all of them, it also gives us a stamp. And while we're doing this one, we can also get another stamp by hitting ourselves against there and then wasting all of our fuel. Okay, this is taking a little bit longer than I needed to, but there we go. That should give us fuel wings, which is going to be nice. We can get this one, go all the way down through here, and then make it over the goalpost where we're supposed to go until we make it to this last fuel can, which is going to give us the fuel rank 1. And that comes from getting all the fuel tanks like I was saying earlier. And now we can move on to the second level. Now for this one right away, we want to go all the way up because there is going to be a fuel tank very high up in the sky. And then we want to stay high up in the sky because we also want to get a stamp for 1-ups. If we get 2 different 1-ups throughout this game, then that will give us another stamp. So you can see why that's a little important. But yeah, I will just be making my way through the sky. There should be a fuel tank right about there, and then I can pretty much just go to the right because there's a bunch of different obstacles, things like that. There's going to be this blimp, which is trying to block my fuel tank, but they are dumb and I am smarter than them because, you know, I have a jetpack and we're doing pretty good for ourselves so far. All we have to do is make our way through level 3 as well, and we should be done with the run. Okay, so right away, I want to make my way under that windmill over here so I can get this fuel tank. There's going to be some mountains, things like that, but it doesn't matter too much. There's going to be also a shark that's trying to eat me, then kind of just did, but that's fine. What's the worst thing that can happen? We can get that fuel tank by going over there, There's going to be another one just through here. And then we just have to make our way upwards for a while so we can get our last few things. Like this one, which is going to be in between these wings. That's fuel rank 3. And then there's going to be one more one up here as well, which is going to finish that part out so we can leave. Which will lead us on to finishing the run. All we have to do is make it to the pet shop. We got all the money through our different missions. And I'm actually 20 gold short. You're kidding me. Okay, I guess I'm going to the cove really quick because I was 20 coins short. Yeah, this game can be hard, okay? But we'll just get that really quick by doing a ton of spins or something. Just let me finish this out. Thank you very much. We died right after, but we got our coins. Anyway, as I was saying, we can go right over here. And now what we're going to want to do is adopt a red puffle. And with this guy, we can go back to our home, take him on the leash. And all we have to do is go into here. We get our stamp and then we leave. We didn't even let him have fun. We just decided, hey, we need you for a stamp. And I guess he just had to accept it. But now we can get our last stamp by just hitting this multiple times. And there is our last stamp. That is 50. 1638, a pretty good time. But as you can see, we got our stamps, which is 50 out of 292. And if we look on speedrun.com, we'll see that that puts us in a comfortable second place. First place is pretty ahead of me, but just trust me, this game is really hard to optimize. But I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm, and I'd really appreciate it. Also, check out my other videos. I do a lot of speedrunning type content on this channel, so if you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy my others, and if you do, subscribe. But enough shilling. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you next time.